season. The Knights had an 11-game win streak snapped in Stillwater. They're 1-1 in Big 12. Goal out of the double team, turned it over. This is a good Cincinnati defense. Miller handled his big man, but he's blocked from behind. Nice look up ahead. Sincere Harris off the window.
What a great start for Cincinnati that leads to the turnover for touchdown.
Shovel pass, Bowl finishes. Black will trigger the inbounds to Harris. Here's Day Thomas, 16th in the country in three-point range. Gets James, the Orlando native, played at Olympia High School about 20 miles from here. The lob to Chom. Day Thomas clears for Cincinnati. 4 different Bearcats in the scoring column already.
I love the energy.
Kentucky, Houston, but he chose Cincinnati because of their veteran backcourt. Jizzle James, one of them, but an air ball on that attempt. Chom soundly booed every time he touches the ball. He gets an offensive rebound, but a foul on the floor by John Bowl. Here's Folks, out to Burks, corner 3, got it.
But a great play there by Folks. He set the tempo, pushed the pace, touched the paint, finds the wide open shooter in the corner.
2 dimes already for Folks. Tyler McKinley making his first appearance, a big energy giver for Wes Miller's bunch. Celestine had 5 threes on the floor, 35 in white. He's been a big energy giver for the Knights lately. Rebound, BA executives. Folks pulls the trigger in the paint. There's Riley Kugel, 3 straight games with 15 points for number 2 in white. He tries his first 3, and he's been really American for Wes Miller. 3 on the timer. Thomas forces one up, no good, and the rebound. Folks, 2 feet in the paint. What else is new? Corner 3. Chris Johnson pays it off. First Cincinnati Bearcats turnover in the first 7 minutes of this game. Folks, teardrop, missed it. 10 on the timer. Jizzle James lost that team, but early projections right now have them in the field of 68. Stillwell, soft touch. Dirty work, gets the rebound. Cambridge had a double-double, 11 points, 11 rebounds.
Get out of it.
Here's the freshman Abayev. Takes it himself and gets 2. Bowl gives it up to Kugel. Give the assist to the big man.
Ole Miss, and the more experience that he gets, the better this young man's going to be down the line.
Abayev, short on that one. Short, 1 and done for UCF. Harris drives, kicks. 5 on the shot clock. Kugel's got to go. Working on Thomas, and he gets a card.
Well, that's a shot that Johnny Dawkins, they're going to live with. Chalmers only made 4 threes on the year, 4 for 18. Miller be aggressive here.
He is. Working on Cambridge. Instead, he dumps it off to Thella and look.
In the half court every time down the floor.
There's another UCF turnover. Active hands, just like you said, right? A lot of helium under that pass with 3 on the clock. George Beal in the line by 2. Well, now we've seen, and no, there are no broadcaster jinxes. Up and under for Devin Cable.
Young man, you know, like, you can, this can go not well for Chom. He hasn't been playing well so far this game.
MJ, a former NBA player in his own right, who was on Johnny Dawkins' staff for 4 years before him switching to Cincinnati out of the double team and put some more weight on. What are your thoughts on Mustafa Chom and his future?
Well, the things I like about him, obviously his size to an NBA team in the future.
He's averaging 10.5 and 6.7 rebounds a game. And now he's got back to their home floor. They're 9-1 in this gym so far this season. Shot clock winding down, and it's going to be Cincy win away from Fifth Third Arena in Cincinnati this season. And there's Jizzle James bringing them to within one.
Said he played all the way through 7th grade and then just more fell in love with basketball. And I said, how did you, oh my God, what a move. As a quarterback and a safety, said he could really throw that ball even as a 7th grader.
Thomas for three.
Okay, one thing to note right now is a great move by Wes Miller. He's gone with a small ball lineup. More shooting on the floor.
Spins right. Not his shot.
It's not a good shot. And he's done that a couple times out of the post.
Kugel with the two-hand
play by Kugel.
James spins and hits again. Stillwell showing some touch. And Michael Stillwell leading all scorers with 8 points to go along with 3 rebounds. They wanted Jock to take it. He does.
A little bit comfortable in this arena. I've made a few of those in here.
Fumena. 2 minutes to go in the first half.
Baseline runner play hasn't worked for the Knights yet because hasn't worked for the Bearcats because they just switched was going to come.
The hammer pass gets picked off. That's 8 turnovers for UCF, and James in the open from the roster, but he was always with this Bearcats program. Stillwell, no.
Both teams are a little bit gassed. It's been a long stretch without a break.
And Chong. Look at that bounce pass. Folks to Stillwell. Great shot fake by Johnson. Too strong.
And there, he just makes it simple. Easy, 2-dribble, pull-up, jump shot, rises up above the defender.
Post.
But that's a good job by Miller there. Miller's got about 5 or 6 inches on Stillwell, and he just walled up right there and said, okay.
Here's Sincere Harris, 5 in black. Now the former Knight, Chom. He's got a baker's dozen.
And Rich,
go ahead.
I was going to say, I think something to monitor here as they force another turnover. Great job. Oh, Day-Day Thomas. Day-Day Thomas is going to take
hit. Weak side rebound to Kugel.
If you're Baba Miller, okay, if you're going against Stillwell, you have to use your speed to your advantage.
Riley Kugel. Folks. Fumena.
On the floor, okay, and being super aggressive at all times.
Here he is putting it on the deck. Nice feed, and McKinley pays it off.
That.
We expected a close one here in Orlando. We got one. Folks, a tough 2. Folks can't do it himself. Another rebound. And now he comes away with it again, leading the break.
Give it back
Thomas,
to him.
Back to Miller. It's the Baba Miller show.
You're showing, you can't tease us and just only show flashes of it. We need this type of level of consistency, of effort and energy.
Riley Kugel, 5 on the shot clock. Pocket pass, Chom missed it. Miller got it back. Celestine for 3.
Bearcat team.
Just the 3rd 3 of the night for the Bearcats. Fumena, he's got 8. 10 on the timer for the Knights. Fumena, yes, back-to-back buckets from the big in totality tonight. Here's Kugel. Game-high score goes out of bounds. He wanted a foul, and that's a good job walling up. Kugel, aggressive. Cambridge, off the mark. Another rebound for Baba. Looking on Baba.
Good defense by Baba. Moved his feet, showed his hands, played without fouling. And Celestine did the opposite. Free throw, but Trayson Eaglestaff hits a tough turnaround 3 from like 27 feet away as the clock was winding down.
Stillwell, the turnaround from the elbow. 53. 8th tie of the ball game. Harris, Miller, got it.
Softly, he just goes and touched the paint on a go and catch and a good dive by Miller.
Burks Stepped into that three and went off the backboard.
Just throws his arms up in desperation.
Here's Chong. Yes, sir.
Before I went back into coaching, and every time I saw Bob Huggins up in Morgantown and covered, oh, great soft touch there by Johnson. Huggins gives me stuff about that game each and every time.
Expletives deleted from Huggy there.
Exactly.
Here's a lob. A great look from Folks too. A win tonight, and it'll be just the second win ever as a top 25 team for UCF. Harris, no.
And they had Chom in there just running ball screens and dribble drive offense, and it was super effective on the offensive side of the offensive side.
Gets his own miss, but it didn't touch rim, so the shot clock is winding down. And Sincere Harris, aggressive to the pride in the opponents missing their free throws on this side of the floor. Here's Stillwell and Folks, a couple of former Panthers last year in the Horizon League. 11 assists for the. High arcing jumper for.
Not only for tonight, but going forward for the rest of Big 12 plays, Jizzle James can give them this type of production.
And one. But they're still down 3 to the 25th ranked Knights. Here's Fumena. Again.
Great impact for the Knights.
Two minutes to go in regulation, and Mustafa Johnson. 8 on the shot clock. Stillwell working on Miller. Throws it up, and got them both. 24 for Mustafa Chong.
And now they play man-to-man.
Miller muscles it up and in.
Down.
Now Stillwell hands it off to Kugel. Out to Folks. 13 to go. Folks gets it to go. 5 on the clock. James surrounded. Here's Celestine for the win. In and out. And UCF. A gutsy battle from both programs.